Power to the people. This is Pita de Aztlán, transmitting to you from Sacramento, California. It's been a while since I've done a video. I kind of wonder why I do it sometimes. Hard to get any feedback. And I've been trying to build a progressive political party called Humane Liberation Party. Hard to get any involvement. Been working with a Christian recovery group called Casa 12 Steps for over 10 years now. We meet at the Salvation Army, and I hardly get any participation. Got a few regulars, and I wonder why in the hell I do all this crap or all this stuff. It's because it's my truth. It's my belief, and it's part of who I am. I cannot be a quiet, passive slave. I believe we need to see ourselves as global citizens of the world. Not merely a U.S. citizen, but a global citizen. Concerned about the people of Mother Earth and what's going on. And if I got to do it alone, I'll do it alone. I'm not going to lay down and die. I will fight back against evil, against fascism, against injustice anywhere in the world. I know that self-pity can kill you. If you look at the struggle of our brother Leonard Peltier, in the decades that he's been locked up, and he still struggles. So we have to really be aware of what's going on, keep up on the global news, and get involved in our local community, and perhaps more important, work on our own personal spiritual liberation. Trying to get rid of our character defects, trying to overcome our shortcomings, and continuing to learn, to evolve, to progress, and to be a light in the darkness. There are great troubles that we are under right now on Mother Earth, and sometimes it brings me to despair. Sometimes it makes me depressed, when you really know what's going on. Now, if you're out there getting effed up and getting stoned and getting drunk and fucking around, maybe you don't trip on it much. But I'm relatively retired now, so I have the time and the situation to reflect and to study and to learn, what's going on. And I do a lot of search and research. I believe that sharing is caring. And the way things stand now, we're a endangered species. We're facing near-term extinction because of the evils that the predatory corporate capitalist ruling class has been doing for decades, continues to do now. We need to look at all these nuclear reactors. Look at Fukushima. The radiation coming from that. I'm in California on the West Coast. I got a couple of cans of tuna I've had for a while. I might eat that. And see, most people don't even trip on these things. They're so caught up in their personal lives, which I can understand it. If you're working, you got a family and stuff to keep you occupied. Yet at the same time, we need to see the big picture. And I advocate global liberation, and I have for a long time. Yet I see that even if we were to achieve worldwide revolution, that in itself will not solve everything. It could be a basic foundation for addressing core critical issues that impact on all of humanity. Even to dismantle the many nuclear reactors could take decades. Now with industrial civilization, it seems like now we're always on the brink of this great economic collapse. That could have worldwide repercussions. Most people don't even trip on it. When's payday? The liquor store open? So we need to really figure stuff out for ourselves. I'm convinced now that the U.S. population, general population, is dumbed down, apathetic, inactive in relation to liberation. And chances are we're not going to make it. Not as a species. These could really be the end times. And beyond just what's in the Bible, just the destruction that we're doing to Mother Earth. The fracking, the social disease of apathy, people not caring. The hatred in the world, the racism, the nationalism, thinking that America is number one and the hell with the other nations, and the government or the U.S. regime has people so twisted that we can tend to hate certain countries without really knowing why. Like, why do so many Americans distrust Iran? What have Iranians ever done to you? For that matter, what have Muslims ever done to you? So we're raised here in the USA in an atmosphere of hatred, of mistrust, and we have a lot of negative psychic troubles that we can't seem to see through. To understand that, like the old Roman Empire formula, divide and rule is in effect. It was divided by classes. That's subjective. Economic classes. It was divided by races, by our skin colors. And there's only one human race. The concept of race, as most people think of it, is a social invention. That got mainly started by the Spaniards, against native indigenous people, or so-called Indians. Forgetting that an Indian is from India. Columbus got lost, and there's just a lot that we don't know about, and I'll leave a link below here to Howard Zinn stuff, Zinn, and I just wanted to make this video, and maybe it's just a video to me to check out in the future. We really need to get together. Really need to come together. Really need to start taking our lives seriously. To see what kind of road do we have now? What kind of road are we going to be leaving our descendants, our children, our grandchildren? So I just encourage you, if you see this video, feel free to leave a comment. Keep it positive. We have enough negative, thank you. And start seeing yourself as a global citizen. And see that we're also a cosmic citizen. We live in the cosmos. We're on the third planet from the sun in the solar system, in the Milky Way galaxy, which is one galaxy among countless other galaxies. And in a way, each of us as a being, we're a mere speck of stardust. Yet each of us has the potential to help make it a better world, and to try to make it as livable as we can while we're here on Mother Earth. And that's real simple. Loving each other, respecting each other, listening to each other, and getting engaged in life. If I made any sense at all to anybody, good. And I suppose I'll be doing more videos. Or as I say, it's like I'm just talking to the air. And that's okay. Because I'm going to do what I believe is right. I think should be done. I'm going to express myself and advocate for justice, for peace, for liberty. God bless you and all your family. And if you don't believe in God, that's cool too. I believe in Creator. I'm a creature of the Creator. Namaste.